All right, friends. Stage 4. We're going to be doing some radiation, and I'm going to go into a little bit of details on that. But first, I wanted to start, and I feel like I just kind of need to reset because we're about halfway. Reset my goals, reset our goals as a listening experience. And I don't want this to be a story of suffering, but there is a lot of suffering in this story. So you can't have the good without the bad. You can't win a race without suffering. And that's why I make this connection, because all the things I learned through suffering and bike racing are the same things I experience in life, in cancer, in any sort of duress. So I guess what I'm getting at is this is not a story of look at me. Look at what I've been through. Look at all the suffering I've been through. It's not that, and I don't want it to be that. But what I do want it to be is hope. Because that's what I needed going through this battle, hope. And there's not much hope when you look around, when you get on Google, when you watch TV. But I can't tell this story without talking about the setbacks that I went through, that we all go through in life. But they're important to the story of who we become and what we accomplish. And it makes, I'll use the term victory, a lot sweeter when you accomplish something and you go through a lot of turmoil to get to that place. So keep that in mind as we go forward. It's going to get worse. And there are dark clouds ahead. But hang with me. So radiation is basically when cancer is either isolated to a certain area, or in my case, because I had cancer in those margins around the tumor, that area is ripe for a reoccurrence. So they just want to obliterate with radiation that area in a fine-tuned approach. The reason for chemo is because it did spread and made it to an area outside of the tumor, which was my lymph nodes. It shows that this cancer has spread. Because of that, chemo is a whole body approach, and it pretty much wrecks the entire body trying to eradicate the cancer. So I had a double whammy, I guess you'd say. But in my mind, I'm like, let's go. You know, this is what needs to be done. This is what's going to give me the best sleep at night, and I can handle the suffering. And, you know, when you're on a starting line in a bike race, your heart rate's low. You're feeling kind of relaxed. The real suffering hasn't started yet. But there's no doubt you are going to suffer in a bike race. You are going to hurt. And there's going to be times when you want to quit. I go every day, 5 days a week for 6 weeks. At 7 in the morning, it would take about, I don't know, an hour by the time I get in, get out. And I go to work because, once again, need to pay the bills, need health insurance. So my radiation doctor, Dr. Ballo, did tell me, look, first 4 weeks are going to feel like a breeze. That 5th and 6th week's going to be tough. But you know me by now. I'm like, whatever. I'll be all right. That 5th week, I was in tears. I was on the table, and I don't know what happened, but it just all hit me at once. The pain, the emotions, the just 5 weeks in a row of being in this tube-like kind of thing. And it all just came out. I just started bawling. I mean, tears started flowing. I just cracked. It just finally broke me at that moment. And radiation techs, they came out, and they were so sweet. I mean, They really were. Because they see you every day and they get to know your story, and their whole goal is to make you feel comfortable. And I could see they were feeling for me. Dr. Ballo was like, we need to move into pain management phase. Because it's all systemic, you know. You hurt physically, and then it starts to hurt you emotionally. So that's kind of what happened. And then they gave me some pain pills, and that was good. I liked it. So we're going to end here. We made it through unscathed. Well, not necessarily unscathed, but you get the idea. Still alive, still around, still have a chance. Still feel like I'm taking the path that I needed to take. Wife's getting bigger, meaning she's pregnant. And find out I'm going to have a daughter first time. So don't know what it's like to have a daughter, and I'm fighting to be around to know what that feels like. So I'll see you at stage 5. Check your lumps. Please subscribe. Please like. Take care, y'all. See you at stage 5.